Ik sitini Johan Deichyagi Yagi Hintanach Kayani Disi Dachadushu Yawachiadis. Welcome back, everybody. So last week we had our guest speaker Rene join us to talk about what he knows of the Cake dialect, and he shared a recording of Kakon Ish, and it was really fun. This week, we put together a dialogue activity that we're looking forward to sharing. So we'll start with a quick Q&A discussion, and then I'll show you the materials Shakhsani Keek and I put together for our activity. And before we hop into that, are there any questions or comments from the class? If not, we'll go ahead and get started.
That's the cart I got it in.
So again, to do this activity, we'll be using Lingit Class, and I'll put the link here in the chat. Most of you have this by now, but just in case you don't, go ahead and open it up. I'm putting the link in the chat now.
Yeah, when the snow fell.
And so far we went over the first section on greetings and departures and visiting, and then we asked you all to look through for phrases that you might want to use in a sample dialogue. And today I'll show you how we can put those together.
Out of the house. Huh? Get you out of the house. Yeah. Gotta do something. Yeah.
A couple things we wanted to share about the activity before we start is we'll just use 2 to 3 phrases. Keep it very short and simple. If you want, you can just use one phrase per comic strip that you use, and we'll show you how you can fit that in. And then also just don't stress, just have fun piecing it together. We'll do a little demonstration together as a class. And let me show you the document we put together. So here's a template. Open it up and I'll show you what to do.
Where I can see or not.
So
So-
they should count up the number of pictures so they could know
Grandma's nice.
how long the phrase will be.
Okay.
But they're kind of limited. Be a short discussion.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. So to show you what Shoksani Keek is talking about, I just put a link in the chat to a document if you would like to use before you get started, just to kind of draft your ideas. I only gave viewing permission on this document, but if you want to make your own editable version, you just go under File in the upper right hand corner, select it, and hit Make a Copy right here. So if you make a copy, then you'll be able to type it in and it'll just be your own private copy. Other people won't see it. So you can fill in those cells, and then when you're ready, Shaksani Keek took photos of these comic clippings from the newspaper, and then I deleted all the text from the conversation bubbles so that you can fill them in. So we want you to have fun with this, and I'll show you all the different options. So there's 1, 2 comic strips you can choose from, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so there's 9 options. You don't have to use these all, but let me show you how you can fill it in now. So for example, when you want to go fill it in, what you'll do is zoom in a little bit. If you look on where my mouse is pointing on the text box option, and I'll give you the link to these as well, you can click your text box and then click and drag a square in a conversation bubble and then type something from the phrase book that you want to enter into your comic. So you can make a mini dialogue. You could even type this right in from the phrase book if that's helpful. But for example, if I wanted to do this and I want the first person in my comic to say Wasa Iati, then I'll choose that one and then I can type it in here. So Wasa Iati. And you can move the conversation, you can move the text box like that. And so then if he wanted to respond, again, I would just select another text box, click and drag, and then make it the appropriate size and type in his response. So maybe he wants to say, Keshwasa. So then I'll copy this phrase in. And so for you to have a copy, I'll do the same thing. Um, I have a copy of the slides here. I'll copy the link so that anyone with a link can view it. And I'll put this in the chat. So go ahead and open that up and do the exact same thing to make your own copy. So go under File in the upper right hand, select it, push Make a Copy of the entire presentation if you want, or just, yeah, do the entire presentation. Hit Make a Copy, and now you have your own editable version of these slides as well. So just scroll down to the comic strips. And I think they start on slide number 9 or 8. And have fun with it. Are there any questions from the class before we set you loose on this?
I have a comment.
Shaksani Keek.
When we when we see something like that, we tend to think of two people that hadn't seen each other. It could be like two brothers that are talking, where they don't have to do the greeting, or if it's a man and a woman, it could be brother and sister, or friend, or whatever. You can assume that they're together and just talking and visiting, talking about different activities or things that are happening, or some funny thing that happened, or they could talk about eating, about what they like to eat, where they want to go, and shall we go to Jack in the Box, or those kind of things, and so just have fun with it, and just assume that the people you see already know each other and have been together, so they're having a discussion about something. It's happening or going to happen, or something funny that happened, or let's go eat, or let's go visit somebody, or go to the zoo, or whatever. I hope I didn't get you all mixed up, but
Okay, those sound like really good suggestions just to give folks ideas. So, the students, do you all have any questions for us? Do you feel comfortable jumping into this activity?
Why didn't we have the whole class together work on one? Make
Okay.
suggestions.
That sounds good.
Mhm.
So let me open up the first one here.
I remember an activity one time in class where you write down a comment and then roll it up, and next person writes a response, then roll that up, and the next person. Then when you open it up and read it, and it's pretty silly and funny.
Yeah.
Kind of like that, where if we all have an input into one cartoon, then just really get a lot of laughs. That's what a cartoon is.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah, that does sound fun. Should we do it that way for our first comic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
So for
anybody, just anybody can choose a phrase.
okay, that sounds good. So everybody go ahead and go to Lingit Class, and like Shaksani Keith mentioned, you don't have to limit yourself to greetings from the first chapter. If you want to scroll to a different section, just click the three bars on the upper left hand side of this file for Lingit Class and click this bottom icon where it has chapters, and you can scroll down to the chapter of your choice. So it's all by conversation topic. She mentioned cooking and eating, talking about food. That's chapter 9. Reporting news, giving messages. That's chapter 11. These bookmarks on the side are clickable, so you can just.
Talk
What's up?
about the weather.
Oh, yeah,
Talk
weather.
about the weather.
Yeah, weather's down here, chapter 18.
Or going to school or something.
Um, So go ahead, and if folks want to just volunteer the first phrase of your choice, you could type it in the chat. You can unmute your mic and say it. You can, however you're comfortable.
Hello, what's the
Wasa
Aldigan, Aldigan, or Wasakuti, Aldigan?
So first one, he Kade Kadukok said Wasa Kuwati. And the answer he said say Audigan. Okay. Fish. So the two phrases that Kadekadukak chose, Wasakuwati is how's the weather? It's in chapter 18. And then the response, Audigan, it's sunny. Let's practice saying those since we're all in class together. Everyone go ahead and unmute your mics and repeat after me this top line. Wasakuwati.
Wasakuti.
Yeah, make sure that K is, underline K is in the back of your throat. One more time. Wasakuwati.
Wasakuti.
And then the response in our comic, repeat after me. Audigan.
Aldigan.
Okay. else would be a good next? So the inner comic, the woman says "Wasa kuwati," and the man says "Oh, be gone." So what might be a good response after that? She says something, and then he'll say something afterwards. Sunny. What might they talk about if it's sunny? I'm trying to get my creative juices flowing here. If it's sunny, what would I want to do? Maybe go somewhere? Skinata.
Kusiat.
Okay. Pussy. Let me check my spelling. So going to weather.
You could say a town, Juneau, Kusiat. It's sunny here, but it's cold in Juneau, or
Oh,
something like
okay. That sounds good. Skinata.
Deshu. Kusiat.
Okay. Shucks, Sunny, do we
Do
need
I
a?
have to X?
I couldn't hear what she said because
She said they should pussy art.
they shook. You need an X on it. They
Okay.
shook Kusiat.
They should pussy art. Okay. So everyone go ahead and repeat after me. Skinatla's idea. They should pussy art.
Deshu.
Deshu ku'a kusi'at.
Kusiat.
Okay.
Then the others could say, the original ones could say, ice cream kach nach to art.
Okay.
Cream yes nach to art. I don't know how you want to.
Uh,
Guas Ayakawa done. I think how you say it's windy, but I'm not sure how to say. I guess Kunach would be very much, but maybe Taku wind.
oh, okay. Well, so far we have let's so this last one يخكوا شخصا كيك ice cream غانخ to art. Is that a high tone? Nach to art?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone repeat after me. Ice cream غانخ to art.
Ice cream
Ice
gun.
cream
Not to
Okay, this is getting fun. So first she says, Wasa kuati, and he responds, Audikan. And she says, Deshuk ko'a pussy art. And he says, ice cream qanak to art. And then, okay, we have a question in the chat. Where can I find the translations for these phrases? And so the link I put in the chat is for Lingit Class. If you need it again, I'll add it again. And so far, we're choosing lines from chapter 18, talking about the weather. Ice cream ga nach to art. Let's see if that's in this section. Let me add a page for translations. And that means let's go for ice cream. Okay. Okay, so he says ice cream ga nach to art. And then kadikairuka had an idea about saying it's ayakawa done. Has anyone heard that phrase before? Let's find it. Ayakawa done.
Sounds familiar.
Kata. Here it is. It's snowing hard. Let me zoom in. Okay, for it's snowing hard. Everyone repeat after me. Ayakawa done.
Ayakawa done.
Ayakawa done. Ayakawa done.
So we have one place that's sunny, and then day two is Chrissy art. It's cold, and then they're going for ice cream, and then somewhere it's going to be really snowing hard. So that would probably be Deshu. Johan. Is that right?
It's sunny and cold here.
Sunny and cold. Okay. Oh, it's sunny and cold. Okay. The other thing about this comic is so they're talking and then he's reaching into his pocket. And so after he says ice cream ga nach tu art, he's emptying out his pockets. So what else might we say here?
Pocket should say, I don't have any money.
Chashdana
Ach, gee.
Chashdana achji. I don't have money.
Donna.
Yeah. Okay. Everyone
That's
go
a
ahead.
good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Repeat after me. Chashdana achji.
No,
Yeah. Okay. Are you gonna put this in the translation page? Okay. Chashdana achji ishan. So that means I don't have money. And then in the next one, he's pulling out something from his pocket. It looks like a small writing utensil or something. But yeah. He pulls it out and says something, and then he says something again. She responds.
Like a paper or a pencil or what?
It looks like a little pencil or pen.
Write a check.
Write a check. How do we say that? Check.
Check team.
Check team. Okay.
Team. That's two.
Nachtu'u.
Hey, it's paid with a check.
Nachtupe.
Mhm.
Check teen nachtupe. Ayachakwe, Shaksani Kik.
Is that the end of the cartoon?
There's still 3 more comments. So he
Okay.
pulls out his pen and says, check teen nachtupe. And then he says something again, she responds, and then he says one more thing.
I'm all, may I?
Yeah.
I'm also wondering about how to include the phone call in there.
Yeah. She's on the phone, isn't she?
Uh,
Want to borrow money?
Want to borrow money? Okay. What do you say borrow?
Danach eat his.
Yeah, Maka.
Danach eat his.
Eat this.
His. H-I-S pinched.
Is teeth to borrow? Teeth. Let me see. Borrow. So Shaksani Keek, is it Donna Eatis?
Danach eat his.
Oh, Donna Eatis. Someone said in the chat, must be some good ice cream.
Then you can, he doesn't have any money either. Goodbye.
I don't have money either.
ah,
Okay.
Danach eat he. Kassetin.
Okay. So yeah, Kassetin.
Is that the end of the?
Yeah. Donna. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Wasakuati. Odigon. Ikshuk ko akusiad. Ice cream ga nachtuad. Tesh Donna achji. Checkteen nachtupe. Donna achit is. Katso tesh Donna achji. Tige Kassetin. Ik eet heel hard en het cheese is fun.
Yes.
Okay, let's look at our next one. Okay, for our next one, there's a man and a young boy sitting across from each other on the arms of a chair. And the man's telling something to the boy, and then he makes another comment and a third comment. And then the little boy responds, and then the man says one more thing, and that's the end. So, who has ideas for the first comment? You could even start with just a conversation topic if you like. I could scroll to for us to look at.
Maybe they could determine if it's the father and the son or grandfather or uncle.
How do you guys feel about it? Is it the grandfather and a son, or grandson, or father and son,
Or uncle.
or uncle? We have a comment in the chat that they want the man to say, do. So, what do we think for the relationship? Anyone can chime in and speak up. You don't have to be shy.
That's a good start.
Okay. So, we'll put this in the third bubble. Do. Should I make it big? Maybe I'll make it big. Any
How
other?
about the second bubble? I don't know.
Okay.
What was
Sorry, I talked over the ear. Kesh khosaku.
There needs to be a response to the do, I think.
Oh. So kesh khosaku should go in response to the do. Okay, move it over here. Kesh khosaku. Okay, so we have is it the grandpa, you guys? The Dutchchen. Okay, someone in the chat says grandpa and grandchild. So in the first bubble, grandpa says something. Second bubble, he says something again. And then his third comment is do. And the child says kesh khosaku. What other ideas do we have?
I think the grandpa should say, Yadu Kayaga Jade.
Oh yeah, good. That's a good one. It's a good connection to the comic. So he says, "Yeah, dukai kajik." There's a chair, and they're sitting on a chair, so I like it. So everyone repeat after me. For have a chair. Yeah, dukai kajik.
yeah, the caricature.
Yadu Kayakaje.
Caricature.
The grandfather could say, this is a chair. Instead of, yeah.
Okay, so he could say kai kajik ya.
Like the little boy didn't know what it was called.
Oh yeah, kai kajik ya. Let me check my spelling on kai kajik. It's a long kai kajik. Okay, so he says kaya kajaya. Let's see. In the chat, someone wrote Inaguga Kiyanu. What's that? Inaguga Kiyanu. Oh, did you take your medicine? That's cool. Did you take your medicine? Yeah. Good idea. What other ideas do we have for next comment? So Grandpa says kaya kaya, and then he says something again before going do.
That would be a good one to say after the to leading up to the comment about did you take some medicine or
Yeah. Let's do that. I'm gonna put it here. So he says, so maybe the grandson asks him, "Did you take your medicine?" Type it in. Okay. How did that one get spelled? Yeah. And I'll put this in the translation as well. We have a little translation page for each strip so we can refer back to it. Did you take your medicine?
it's going good so far.
Yeah, it's going good. I like this. A good participation. So then he'll say do after that. Okay. Okay. Kaya kajaya. But where should we do the tlashkasaka? Let's look for ideas and phrase for it.
The child might have thought kayakajade was another word. That's where it becomes comical.
Where he thought kayakajape was another word.
It was another. He's talking about something else.
Oh yeah. Kayakajape. Oh yeah. I'm just looking through the phrase book for other ideas. We have be quiet, listen, say
You
it.
could say you thought kayakajade was a game, a ball game of some kind.
For the boy.
I thought kayakajade meant playing the game.
Okay. So yehuajia.
Jade mean like throwing the ball or something.
Oh. Okay. Kucheda. How do you say game? Kushiat or I have to look up game.
Kusiat.
Oh, Kushiak. Okay.
That's Kusiat.
Kuchitatin. Oops. Kuchitatin. Okay, let me see if this sounds right. Ye Hwaji and Kaya Kajait Koa Kuchitatin Kushiat Saiyati. Is that how you would say it? Shaksanikik? I thought Kaya Kajait was the name of a game with a ball. Ye Hwaji and Kaya Kajait Koa Kuchitatin Kushiat Saiyati. And then maybe he says Cheshkhasaka. Cheshkhasaka. Okay, this
Or Atla would be a good one.
what could he say?
Hatla.
Oh, hadla. Hadla. Check my spelling. Hadla. Hadla. Can't remember if it's pinched or just high tone. Hadla. Oh yeah, high tone. Okay, everyone repeat after me this word for too much. Repeat after me. Hadla.
Hatla.
Azla.
Yeah. Hadla. Okay. So the whole comic goes Kaya Kajaytaya, Ye Hojian Kaya Kajayt Kuchait Atin Kushit Saya Yeti. Hadla. Inagukeki anut. Do. How's that?
Yeah,
You like it?
that sounds good.
Okay. Dang, we need to start our own newspaper.
I was telling Anna one time, my mom used to really get on our case when we say we found money. She used to say, children always say they found money when they stole it. So she used to really force us to show her where the money came from. One time, my younger brother got a dime and he showed it to my mom and she started quizzing him. Where did you get this? It was all in Tlingit. He began to start getting really worried and started breathing real hard and say, ha, 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 yeah, yaktukatsko. After he started to cry, and my mom got she thought it was so cute. She had to give him a hug. And because he wanted to say yatukatsko, he said, yaktukatsko. So sometimes the conversation between adults and children, because I think that's really a good one because it does happen a lot.
Mm. Cute. Oh, that's just cute thinking of him saying that. Jättegatt.
You had to take him and give him a big hug because he got so scared.
Yeah.
Got it from somebody.
Oh, that is so cute. I was playing with my nephew last night in the yard and I told him, let's go count gopher holes. And he goes, what's a gopher? So I told him, it's a little animal, stands about this tall, and he, digs tunnels underneath the grass. So we got really close to look at the hole, and I went, yeah, like pretending to bite his arm with my hand, and he jumped. I felt so bad after.
Worked too well, huh?
It worked too well. Got all scared. Just wanted to give him a big hug after that. Okay, let me check the time. We have 10 minutes left. Did anyone else have a short story they want to share? Skinia Kla.
So when you were talking about gophers, and I wish I could just say this in Lingit, maybe sometime soon. How many gophers does it take to make a robe?
A rope.
A robe.
Oh, I see.
100.
100.
Okay, gonna choose. Kaktu.
I was thinking the one with the snow might be a straightforward story to tell.
Oh yeah, let's look at it. Here we go.
Oh,
So,
there's one with the newscast or the reporter in the blizzard.
oh, gotcha. Okay, let me find it. Oh yeah, this one.
Yeah.
So in this one we have a couple watching TV on the couch, and on the TV there's a news reporter in the snow, and she's saying something over the TV. And then it cuts to her again, and she makes a second comment, and then she makes a third comment.
About the TV.
The news reporter who's on TV is making all the comments.
Or reporting the news. That would be a real good one.
Oh yeah, okay, let me open it up. So there's a chapter called Reporting the News. I'll click on it here and think it came up. Yeah, let's see. So we have a variety of options. Kachtu, did you have any ideas for one of the first phrases?
Well, I was going to make it really, really straightforward and just say it's snowing out here. And then the next one could be, you know, something about how cold it is. And then the third one, it could be, that's all.
Okay, love it. So we have Blade Dog, Wussy Long. Somebody wrote this in the chat, but it auto corrected to left to darkness ton, and then they corrected it. Late dark. Oh yeah, late darkness ton.
Yeah, my computer apparently didn't want me to type Lingit.
Mine does that to me too. I have to turn off all my spelling correction options. So funny. Okay, so going to weather. So weather 18. So it's snowing.
How about the weather is not good?
Oh, okay. I love that. So for the first one, it's snowing. Everyone go ahead and repeat after me. Blade tak wusitan.
What?
Play the musitan.
Musitan.
Okay. And then we'll find Yedith Tushkin's idea for the weather's not good. I think it's down here. What page is that one on?
54 in my book,
54.
at the very bottom,
Okay.
under weather, 18, chapter 18.
Okay.
Maybe one could be it's snowing hard.
Oh yeah.
Ayakawadan. Let's see. Ayakawadan. Wadan. Wadan. Wadan.
You could add kunach.
Kunnach. Okay. So we have Leita Kusitanya. The last one. Ayakawadan Kunnach. For some reason, I'm not seeing the one about weather's not good.
Yeah, I was looking for that too.
56. Stormbound. Ayakawadan. Make sure I spelled that right. Ayakawadan. Oh yeah. Ayakawadan. Ayakawadan Kunnach.
How about the next? No school today, kids.
No school today? Okay. There's no school today. Gonna be screen. Oops. What the? What did I do? One second. Screen. Kahage. Shin. Dorothy. How do you say they closed their doors or there's no school?
You just say, see, it's Skunya Klachi. There's going to be no school.
Okay. Screen Dorothy. So, Glade Dakusitanya. Ayakawadan Kunnach. Screen Dorothy. Pretty fun. We're at time. We only have 3 minutes left, so would you guys like to continue this?
How about having the students finish that one up and on their own?
Okay. For the rest of the comics.
You just how many more would there be? 2 more.
We actually have quite a few. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 options left. Oh wait. 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 4, 5. 6 left that we didn't fill out.
Now, why don't you guys go ahead and play around with that and see. But tell the kids, no school today, and then have fun with that.
Yeah, we can. Okay, fine. So yeah, for before Thursday, go ahead and play around with these. Does anyone still need the links? Do you all have the link to Lingit Class and to these?
I need the link.
Okay, let me put them in the chat. Let's see. let me just- So here's the link. The first link I'll put in the chat right now is for the slides that have the comic, and you can just make a copy, go file, and then make a copy, and you can have your own editable version of it. And then for the phrase book, if you need that, I'll put that link in the chat also. There you go. Okay, any more questions or comments for us today? Uh,
Geez.
I see a question in the chat. Are these links in Tovudi? And I can put them, oh, I'll put them on after class for today so that if you need to refer back to them, you can. Okay, Johan, gonna chase you, Janae, so you team. Thank you for your work. We'll see you again.